7-pound mace, and I'm trying to kind of move fluidly and not have like too much of an impact on the muscles with this movement, which is why I opted to go light. Switching sides. In the backyard today. It feels like over the past couple of days I've been kind of ignoring like landmine squats and stuff, just so stuff that I usually do at the gym, specifically the sled. So the next time I go to the gym, I'm definitely doing the sled. It's probably going to be on a rainy day, or at least, yeah, no. It might, like if it's sunny, I might do half the workout outside and then half the workout at the gym. In any case, had to kind of sacrifice going to the park to do some landmine squats today, and also I was kind of getting tired of just the exercises that I can do at the park. So today I'm going to use all the equipment that I have with me to do a full body workout using complexes of the different instruments that I have at my disposal. So starting off with kettlebell rear delt rows for 8 each side. Then moving into single arm steel mace 360s to side drop. So I'm using my 7-pound mace, and I'm trying to kind of move fluidly and not have like too much of an impact on the muscles with this movement, which is why I opted to go light. With the heavier maces, it feels like I have to kind of, it's just more taxing, and that's not what I'm going for, not yet. With this, my main goal right now is to direct blood flow into the shoulder area and kind of loosen things up, since it's only the first complex. And then when I move into like some of the heavier steel maces, my shoulders feel ready to go. And that's another thing about going to the park. I had to jump right into the heavier mace or whatever mace that I took to the park, instead of having the opportunity to do something like this and kind of connect with my muscles before I moved into the heavier maces. In any case, ending off this circuit with 4 shoulder presses with the landmine. On the 4th one, keeping it overhead and doing 4 staggered squats. Switching sides after 4 squats. So yeah, gonna do this circuit for a bit and then on to something else. ended up doing the previous circuit for 8 sets, and now I'm moving into the next one. The reason I usually say I'm going to do something for a bit is I don't know if I'm going to do 6, 7 sets or 3 or 2. Usually it's at least 4, but like I just keep going till something feels good or bad. Yeah. So similar concept with this one. Starting off with Canonball shoulder presses. So with the kettlebell, when you hold the ball part, it's called a cannonball grip, and I'm going to do shoulder presses with this grip for 8 reps each hand. The open hand position recruits the shoulder muscle a little differently, and also I'm able to connect with the muscles in the shoulder much better with this grip. Cannonball shoulder presses are my favorite kind of shoulder presses. The slight instability component, then the mind muscle connection that I get with it, and then the ability to go full range of motion are the main reasons why I like it. Then with the 15-pound steel mace, going to do 5 two-handed 360s, to 5 single hand, and then switching sides. And then repeating that same sequence again. And then finally, with the landmine, going to do 5 staggered thrusters. Switching sides. So yeah, that was my 3rd time doing the circuit. I think I'm gonna do it 2 more times, but maybe more. Yeah. So probably the last set of exercises before I either do juggling or go for a walk. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not feeling juggling today, but once I get started, I might. You never know. In any case, this next complex or circuit or whatever you want to call it is going to be 4-part. So with my 25-pound steel mace, I'm going to do alternate swings and then switch the overhand. So right now the overhand is going to be the left hand, and doing 5 alternate swings. And switching the overhand after that. And then immediately after that, with the 15-pound steel mace, doing alternate single hand 360. So looks like this. I'm going for 8 each side. Then moving into kettlebell rows, alternate gorilla rows, 8 each side. Then going to do 5 alternating shoulder presses with a slight turn while pressing. So yeah, I'm going to do these 4 movements back to back. That was my 3rd set. I'm going to do another 3. Then I'll probably either go on a run, or if there's juggling, there's going to be something after this. Decided to end off with some juggling. Yeah, so I'm in the process, and I'll just chat as usual. I'm in the process of making like a diet video, and I've recorded about like 2-ish days of eating, but not like, I don't know, just before I eat I kind of record a little bit, except for one of my meals. Like I forgot to record it, like I was kind of in the moment. So last night I ordered lettuce wraps from A&W, and I was kind of hungry, and I just scarfed them down, and then I was like, oh crap, I was in the process of making a video. In any case, I do mention it in the actual video, or in the actual video that I'm about to put out. So I don't know, all of this will make sense then. Yeah, I'm just kind of logging 3 to 4 days worth of diet. So today will be the 3rd day, and then tomorrow will be the 4th, and then I'll put the video out on Sunday probably, just to kind of give an idea of how I regulate my calories and what like how much I'm eating on any given day based on activity level, and just how I feel and what I'm doing. Yeah, in any case, let's move into some juggling. Whatever. That's like the warm-up sequence. What I've noticed is these days compared to when I first started, even my warm-up sequences actually feel quite good. Like, I usually start off really well, then I have like a sticky in between, then another good few. But yeah, got to work with pretty much everything that I have, except for the cable. There's no real place to put the cable up, and there's no pull-up bar here either, so, or a place to do pull-ups, and I don't want to invest in anything that will be here just to do pull-ups. It kind of I'm already using up a lot of space in the backyard. Yeah, so I still go to the park and stuff for all that kind of thing. That's why I go to the park. But then the downside of going to the park is I can't carry all my stuff with me, specifically the landmine and the barbell and stuff. I hate mosquitoes. I let that go too low, so if I caught it, it would be awkward, so I didn't bother chasing it. Chose to end it before I got too greedy. That was a good sequence. Probably gonna do this for another 10 to 15 minutes or so. It's the weekend. I don't know, it feels like a lot of stuff is, this is just a work rant without giving too many details. So I work as a systems administrator and I work from home, and recently our company is going through some changes, and I've had a lot of work piling up as a result, and you know, between doing the workouts every day, the video editing, then the work in the morning, my days seem really filled. Not necessarily kind of monotonous, like there are differences from day to day, but still a sort of monotony where like I'm getting into like, oh, it's workout, this thing, and then the weekend comes along and I just kind of want to relax for a bit, and I take a few extra hours to sleep, maybe spend a little bit more time with my cat outside, and then spend some time cleaning the apartment. And by the time I'm done with all of that and working out, the weekends have their own routine, and so it just feels like this constant cycle. It's not necessarily a gripe or anything, because sometimes routines are good. Routines keep things in place, keep things disciplined or whatever. But as you guys might notice from my workout style, I like trying out different stuff, like always kind of fidgeting with things, always kind of trying to see if there are new ways of doing things. And so when there is a routine forming in my life, I kind of get conscious of it, and then there is like almost a need for some sort of adventure or something. Yeah, just a thought. In any case, the main point is stuff is piling up at work and I should get it done. And I think I'm going to work on some of it this weekend, along with all the other stuff that I just mentioned. I was going good. I've noticed the key to this kind of is, well, besides practice and getting used to it, like, I need to kind of relax, get my heart rate low. Well, not low, but kind of get into a relaxed state, kind of let my muscles recuperate a little between the sequences, which is why I kind of like this juggling and chatting, because then I just chat and I'm able to get some thoughts across instead of it just being like, oh, look at me, look at this cool thing that I'm doing. Instead, it becomes a combo of I can just kind of rant and also do juggling and express some thoughts. Yeah. God damn it. I was going good. Like, my favorite way, or the way that seems most like the way I want to do it, is like a lot of like just staying one way and having the object go around me as opposed to moving too much. But like the kind of juggling that I find aesthetically pleasing is specifically this one guy, or two guys, named Daring 101, Colin Daring, and the crazy trainer, I think something Cardozo, Danny, I should remember his name. In any case, he goes by the handle The Crazy Trainer on Instagram. I like his juggling style and Colin Daring's juggling style, and they seem to be able to move Oh, and Sean Pierce. And all three of them kind of are able to move effortlessly between front, side, and kind of make it look very rhythmic. There's also this other guy, Instagram handle Twisted Cheat Meal, or Twisted Steel Cheat Meal or something, and he does a juggling style that I don't think he moves around too much, but it's like very powerful. I like that one too. Ah, come on. Too close to the trees. That's just an excuse. We'll get it this time. I want to do a tap back behind the back on both sides. Come on. Oh, that was tiring. That was tiring. But I'm in the zone. Like, a few weeks ago even, getting elaborate sequences like this would have been really difficult. I also noticed like a definite confidence improvement with my, like how I feel while tossing everything and stuff. Yeah. Alright, last sequence on video. Let's go over everything I've eaten today so far. So today I've had my regular tea in the morning, which is 2 cups of whole milk, then a pound of ground chicken cooked in beef fat. So when I cook ground beef, usually the fat separates. Instead of dumping it, I kind of like to use it to cook like leaner cuts or leaner meat. So when I buy chicken, it's like extra lean, and so instead of dumping the fat from the beef, I use that fat to cook the chicken in, so that I don't have to add extra oil when I cook the chicken. And also it kind of gives the chicken a little bit of a beefy flavor, which I like. Yeah. So I had that with some cheese and barbecue sauce. Then finally then I had a sugar-free Monster before working out, orange flavor. Like I said, diet sodas and stuff like that are kind of, I don't think is ideal, but it's definitely something I love the taste of, and so yeah. Alright, final sequence before we call it quits. That doesn't count because it was an unsuccessful sequence. It's getting dark. It's 8:38. I enjoy it when it stays bright later in the day. Oh well. Yeah. You know, when you it's so weird, like the human mind's necessity to always look for a problem in things. So, you know, like when it's too hot, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for winter. Have a couple of cold days and it's like, I can't wait for summer. Yeah, it's so, you know, there's this, I guess, inbuilt ungratefulness that I think is necessary, in the sense that I think that's kind of what forces us to improve. So, like, you know, no matter how strong you get or how big you get muscularly or how ripped you get, it's always like, oh, I could be leaner, I could be bigger, or whatever. And that's that inbuilt almost ingratitude of any given situation. And you know, there's all, and then it forces us to kind of improve. And then if we ever get off that, we become complacent, and then being complacent comes with its own problems. Yeah. I think it's hard for human beings to be satisfied. Like, I think there is some sort of internal driver that forces us to look for better things, like be it better comfort or better strength. Like, everything has to be a level above what it is now. And that can be good in terms of like improving and why we advance and stuff. But it can also make, I guess, a present moment like seem unhappy, if that makes sense. In the sense that, you know, like you could be wishing for summer all winter, and then when summer comes, you end up wishing for winter. So, you know, instead, just enjoy each day for what it is. And I think at least that's the way I try to look at things. But yeah, there are still things with which I find my you know, unsatisfaction like creep in, or like it's mostly with lifting. So like no matter how many exercises I do or how strong I get or whatever, there's always like, I could be stronger, I could be bigger, I could be more ripped or and all that, and I think that's a good thing. But sometimes when people compliment and tell me like, oh, you're strong or this thing, it's hard for me to take in, because a part of my mind is it could be better. I don't know, just a little rant slash thought. Alright, final sequence. Freaking mosquitoes. threw that one too high. Oh, come on. Alright, no fooling around this time. Come on. I want to do a lot of triples. I don't know why. Alright, that was good. That's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.